Hi guys, Happy New Year. Amy here with your January swag. This has all shipped, so you guys should be getting this any day. Super excited about this one. Let's see what's in your swag this month. For starters, we've got the new special release gel polish. It is one that does come with a sister lacquer if you're interested in that. Those will be up on the website soon. But this is called Adore Me, and it's got some great little sparkles inside of it. It's so great for Valentine's Day. And then you've got a new fuchsia ice art liner. And this is like a nice sparkly fuchsia, beautiful for Valentine's Day, actually great for spring. And then we've got our Art Deco, which we're using this for our stones. Today we're going to be using Pixie, which is like a mix of little glass bullion beads and little tiny micro crystals. So this Art Deco will hold this in so well. It'll be wearable for a couple weeks. Your clients will love it. All right, to get started, I'm just doing 2 coats of the Adore Me gel polish. This can be used as just a 1-coat polish, but I want it really pink and I want a lot of those sparkles to come through, so I am going to do 2 coats. While that's curing, a little sneak peek of the other color liner that came out for Valentine's. This one is Pink Ice, and y'all will see that one up on the website shortly. All right, so basically we are just creating our heart down the center. The best way to do this and to make it the most even is to do that one line down the center, trace out your heart, and I usually will put the center of the heart first and then kind of outline it just to make sure my points are going to match up really well so that it's a nice clean color block. And we'll let that one cure. I'll do this one a little bit slower. I sped that one up a little too fast, but we are double coating again. Okay, and I want to show you also on a shorter nail because sometimes we're not always doing these long stilettos. We are doing shorter salon nails. So again, we're going to line down the center, make our guides for the center of the heart, and just trace around. And then color in your one side on the outside, and then color the inside of the heart on the other. Okay, now for the bling nail. We are going to put our 2 coats on of the Adore Me gel polish. Same thing, cure both coats. Okay, I'm using my disposable palette here, which I'm telling you guys, if you don't have this, you need this in your life. No more sticky mess to clean up. They peel right off. They're waterproof sheets, so they are disposable, and there's 50 sheets in a pack. It keeps everything so much neater. Anyway, we've got our fuchsia ice, and I'm just going to start by putting dots on the nail, and this is going to be my guide for my heart. And we're just going to paint a heart in the center of the nail. While that's curing, we're just going to top coat our other 2 nails that we did. And I'm just using Super Top. I'm putting a pretty hefty coat on just to make sure that the surface structure doesn't have any wiggles in it, since there was a lot of painting, which will leave kind of a wobbly surface. So I'm making sure that top coat self-levels over the whole thing and gives me a nice clean surface structure. All right, back to our nail that we're going to bling out here. We've got our Art Deco, and basically I'm just putting enough on the surface so that I can spread it out and get a nice even coat of it. And once you've got enough product on there, I'm just going to take my gel brush, and I'm not using too much pressure because I don't want to wipe the product off. I just am trying to evenly spread it out across the entire nail plate. And this is super important, so you want to make sure that you are from sidewall to sidewall all the way down to your free edge, got decent coverage of your Art Deco. Okay, next, before we cure or do anything else, we are going to put top coat on. I'm just using Super Top. You can use any no wipe top, and we're doing this right over the wet Art Deco. This is going to make your Art Deco tack free. So your mini crystals are jumpers, and you want to save as much of them as you can. So what I've got here is a little plastic tray, and I cut a paper towel to lay in the tray. That way it catches all the crystals once I pour them over the nail. Like I said, they're jumpers, and it's an expensive product, so you want to be able to save as much as you can. So we are just pouring this over. This is over the Art Deco with the top coat on it. And we're getting a nice even coat. And then I'm just going to use my finger and press down on the sides to make sure that there's no stones coming out on the sides, the free edge, the cuticle area, anywhere, you know, that it might snag on clothing or hair. So just lightly press and kind of wipe off any stones that are too close to the free edge or to the side walls. That way it's a nice, clean, smooth transition from your stones to the side of the nail. Honestly, I keep a small margin where there is no stones on the sidewalls and the free edge for this reason. That way they don't get caught on anything, and it makes this nail a lot more wearable. I will also turn and look at the profile of the nail, and if there is anything sticking up, I will lightly press that guy back in or get it off. Because they're tiny little micro crystals, they can feel really sharp, so you want it to be as smooth as possible. So we're going to cure that, and now here it is right out of the light. Again, I'm going to look over the profile of it. If I see anything sticking up, or I'll run my finger across it, I will either kind of work them out, or if I have to, I'll take a pair of nippers and just kind of nip that stone out of there. They are in there. This technique with the Art Deco on the top coat really holds these crystals in and makes this completely wearable. So if there is anything that does not feel good, just kind of try to either pop it out or again use your nippers to clip it out. And last, I will take a file and run it down the sidewalls and over the tip, over the free edge actually. That way again, this does not feel like it's going to snag on anything, and it feels super smooth to your clients. And here's a nice close-up. You can see with that top coat in there, it's really kind of saturated in between all the stones. So this is going to be a trial and error for you guys. If you put too much Art Deco and too much top coat, it's going to flood the crystals, and you're going to have a surface that does not look like it's got crystals in it. It's just kind of got bubbles in it because you've kind of drowned all the crystals. So make sure that you're putting that thin coat of Art Deco and a thin coat of top coat, and then lightly pressing your crystals in. Last, I also wanted to show you a little tip. When you're trying to do your hearts in your color block, make sure that center line is really, really thin. If that center line is too thick, you're going to see that your heart isn't really going to match up. So like on that stiletto one, I have a thicker center line, and it makes my color blocking not look as perfect as the oval one where that center line was much, much thinner. So when you're tracing out your heart and starting with that center line down the center, be as thin as you possibly can with that tracing. Okay, that'll do it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next month. Happy nailing!